Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are set up to have a great day. If you're feeling like I don't know how today's gonna go, stick around because we're gonna give you that triple shot of good vibes coming up right now on Project Joy Live. Let's do it. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. I just realized I was like behind the scenes talking to myself this morning. I got so wrapped up in what I was doing over here, and I'm like, "Good morning, everybody," and I'm like, "I'm not even on the screen." So let's try this again. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you are doing well today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and this is Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. Hopefully, give you that jolt of something you need to remember to push the buttons that you need to push during the day. We're continuing our series today. We have a lot of great stuff happening on the show, and I'm going to check in with all of you and what's coming up on the show here in the Morning Brew. Let's do it. I hope you are feeling awake. I'm really, guys, I'm trying so hard to down the water. I'm such a bad water drinker. I know so many of you can relate to that. Raise your hand if I'm not alone. I'm such a bad water drinker, and obviously with some of the health things that I've been dealing with lately, water's kind of like important. And so I'm really like trying to focus and get the water down and drink the water. But God, man, it's a challenge sometimes. It's a challenge sometimes. I do all the tricks though, like I'll add fruit to my water. I will try to tell myself, okay, you can't do this next activity till you finish the water. Let me know what tips and tricks you have for drinking water. I've done like the straw, I've used a straw, or tried it cold or warmer, or put things in it. I've tried lots of different things. So let me know what your tips and tricks are to getting getting your water down for the day. I would love to hear from you. We have a great show for you today. I've been sort of doing this pillars of joy concept, which is, sharing about how there are certain things that I feel like are reside inside me in order to be the joy, to live with more joy. And I've been sharing those things with you guys. And on Monday, we started talking about this next pillar, which is about the power of choice. And so I was really excited to sort of introduce that concept on Monday. Monday, we talked about just the simple fact that there are always choices. Really important. And today we're going to talk about expanding beyond the fact that there are choices, right? Which is a fact. But we're going to expand beyond that and talk about the black and be going beyond the black and the white, the seen and the unseen, and have a great conversation with that today. Before we do that, I've got to talk about national days today. And then, of course, we have birthdays and whatnot coming up at the end of the show. So hang out for that. Ms. Brittany's here this morning. Good morning, Ms. Brittany. Happy Wednesday. Miss Nancy's here today. Good morning, Nancy. Good to see you. Kevin freaking Kylie is here, everybody. Good morning. How was your Disney trip? Did you do anything new and different this time, or was it kind of like like the things that you always do when you go to Disney? Let me know. And we're excited to hear about it, of course, on the next episode of Magical Melodies, which will be coming up. What day is that, Kevin? Kevin, what day is that? Let me go, listen. Here we go. September 1st. Everybody, that's when we're doing it. Yes, bad with the water. And you used to be a bad water drinker and now you're doing fabulous. Yes, I'm trying better. I'm trying better. Um, I like Brittany likes ice water. And see, I was always an ice water person, 100%. But then, first of all, I heard that ice water is not really good for you internally. Like you should do a little bit of a like more room temperature water because your body can't adjust well, I guess, to the cold. And then in addition, as I was learning about Eastern medicine and practices and things like that. One of the things that I found out is that they don't even Chinese medicine and things like that. They don't recommend anything cold at all. Like it's supposed to be warmer, like teas and things like that. And so interesting. As we're finding it, but there's times when I gotta have the cold water, especially like if I'm outside in the heat. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Nancy said, have a timer set that you stand in the kitchen and drink down 8 ounces and can't leave until you're finished. Rinse and repeat all day. See, and that's such a good idea until it's not. until Rebel Jessica says to herself, you can't tell me what to do. So there's that. I hope you guys are gonna have a great day. We had such a great couple of days. We went on Monday. I couldn't even say anything on the show, you guys, just in case she watched the show that day. But we went Monday evening over to Love It Vegan in Torrington, Connecticut to celebrate the birthday of Ning Lapat, who is the owner of a Roy Thai garden, which I've talked about 950 times on this show. And Lapat and I have become friends, but it's one of those things where Lapat is friends with everybody. And she's so sweet and so loving and so compassionate and obviously so good at what she does. Her food is such a happy place when we go out to Middletown. And so she's always doing for everybody else. And they were planning a surprise party and they had one last Monday. So it was Monday the 12th, they had one. And we had planned initially on going that day, but my husband's coworker ended up being off that whole week. So he had to work in place of him. And so we didn't get to go. And I was so sad. And they were like, okay, if you can't come to this one, then we're going to do a second one. It'll be smaller, a little more low key, but we're going to do it anyway on the next Monday, which was this past Monday, the 19th. And we went up to Torrington, Connecticut, which is about an hour and a half drive for us here in New London. And it was so beautiful. There are about 35 people there or so. And Amy that owns Love It Vegan is just, listen, that's some good food, friends. I don't think we really have. I was thinking about this. I don't think that any of the vegan restaurants that I've gone to here in Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts so far are bad. Like they're all good in their own way. Like everyone has their own different spin on food, which I love. I do have those comfort places though, and the one of them is a Roy Thai garden. So this was great that we got to honor Lapat in that way. And she was surprised not once but twice for her birthday. It turned out that it was her 40th birthday, so it was a milestone birthday at that. We had so much fun. We had great food, and it was really wonderful. And to surprise her, and my girls were my youngest too were very excited to be there and get to like help decorate and do that stuff when we got there early. I got to meet new friends, Kelly, Crystal, Rena. Who else did I meet up there? Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank. Rena, Crystal, Kelly. Here we go. Lapat was there. Lapat's family. Amy, of course, owner of Love It Vegan, was there because she was cooking. Just so many amazing people. I'm just drawing a blank, but it was a really great time. And I want to wish a very happy birthday again to Lapat, even though it's come and gone. Go visit Love It Vegan in Torrington, Connecticut, and also a Roy Dye Garden in Middletown. Make sure you go visit those places. Very important to support your local small businesses. All of that being said, it's been a great week so far. Yeah, Tuesdays are my day to like go all day. So when I'm coming on here with you guys on Wednesday, it's my chill day. This is my stay at home, sit your butt down and get some stuff done at home day, because Tuesday I'm go all day with kids stuff and everything else. So glad to be back here with you for some R&R today, everybody. All of that said, let's get to our celebrations today, because it's always a reason to celebrate here on Project Joy Live. Yes. All right, everybody. So, in the realm of national holidays today, first of all, it's National Senior Citizens Day. Happy Senior Citizens Day to all the senior citizens out there. It recognizes the achievements of the more mature representatives of our nation. The day provides an opportunity to show our appreciation for their dedication, accomplishments, and services that they have given throughout their lives. Love that. And I also think it's a great time to recognize how underappreciated our senior citizens are. They've lived a life, right? And so we should honor that. And one of the things that I like to encourage people to do is to have more conversations with senior citizens. One of the regrets that I have in my life is not having more of those conversations with my grandparents and my great grandparents. And now that I'm older, I wish somebody had said that to me when I was younger. Like, don't take for granted your grandparents, your great grandparents, your great great grandparents, if you lucky enough to have them in your lives, and have more conversations with them, ask more questions. I wish I would have done that. And so that's what I would encourage you to do today on this National Senior Citizens Day. It's also Brazilian Blowout Day. Has anyone here ever had a Brazilian blowout? Let me know. And this can. I don't think I've ever had one specific. Maybe I did one time. I don't know. But it's a method of smoothing your hair. And I just say go to the salon, make an appointment at a salon and go treat yourself today. That's what I'll go with. It's also, I love this day. It's National Spumoni Day, National Spumoni Day. And I will tell you, okay, I'm going to have to go. I know that I shared, oh my goodness, the place here, but there is a gelato place just north, like a little bit north of us, maybe about an hour north, and I'm just completely, the name is slipping my mind right now, but they always have vegan flavors, and we drove all the way up there. They made us a vegan spumoni. Now, for those of you that don't know what spumoni is, it is a frozen treat which comes from southern Italy. And basically, it's 3 molded layers of flavored gelato that make a certain kind of dessert. Okay, so you have the chocolate, and I believe it's cherry, and then pistachio. So think of like Neapolitan, which is chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, right? But this is like better. Okay. Italians do it better. Amen. Okay. So we have the cherry layer, and it also has like cherry bits in it. It's not just like cherry flavored. Then you have pistachio ice cream. And then you have the chocolate. Now there are other flavors out there, but I am here to tell you to do the traditional one. You will love it. Unless you're like outright, oh, I hate cherries or hate pistachio or hate chocolate. Don't have it, whatever. But I love some spumoni, let me tell you, so good. But there's the gelato place that's just north of us here, and I will find it when we go to break. I will find it when we go to break, and tell you guys the name of it, because it's just completely, and it just came across my news feed earlier. It's too early for me to tap into that part of my brain, apparently. But so those are your national holidays today. Let me know if there's anything in particular you are celebrating today. And with that, we're going to get to our daily uplift, which is part 2 of our little mini series on our pillars of joy this week about the power of choice. All right. So I am thrilled because I really enjoyed this series so far of the Pillars of Joy, because I think that there are those things, as I tapped in, there are those things that are a pillar within myself that help me to live with and be the joy. And so this week we're talking about the power of choice. When we came on the other day, on Monday, we were talking about just the simple fact that there are always choices. Period. End of story. You know, there's always choices to be had, and part of what we touched on during Monday's episode is the fact that there sometimes there are unseen choices. Sometimes there are things that we're not really aware of, and some of the choices have more to do with mindset than and how we choose to respond or view a situation rather than the actual physical choices themselves. And so today we're going to explore beyond the black and white, beyond the seen and unseen, beyond the red pill, blue pill, the right door, the left door, and kind of look at the fact of the abundance of choices. But we're also going to touch on a little bit at the end, the overwhelm of choices sometimes that happens for people. Someone mentioned that on Monday's episode in the comments. And so I want to touch on that a little bit. And then, and that will lead into our third part, which is happening on Friday, which we're going to be talking about accepting all the possibilities as an outcome, which is a hard thing. It's a hard thing for people. So today, we continue the exploration of the power of choice by expanding beyond the black and white, the seen and unseen, to embrace the multitude of options that life presents us, even those that we don't always see. So, choices are often presented to us in binary terms: yes or no, right or wrong, stay or go. This type of black and white thinking can feel comforting in its simplicity, like just one or the other. Remember that saying we talked about Monday? It is what it is, right? But it's also limiting. It can make us believe that there are only two paths, only two possibilities. But the truth is that life is rarely that simple. Okay. Anybody that thinks that life is that simple, please raise your hands and tell me your secrets. Our world is filled with shades of gray, vibrant colors, and with hidden opportunities that lie just beyond our immediate perception. So I want you to think about a time this morning when you felt trapped, like there was no way out of a situation. Maybe you were facing a difficult decision and it seemed like no matter what you chose, you were bound to lose something important. And we'll talk about more about that on Friday as well. But in those moments, it's easy to feel like the world is closing in, like your choices are shrinking to nothing. But what if I told you that even when it feels like there are no options, there is always another way? So the beauty of choice lies in not just in the obvious options, but in the possibilities that we haven't yet even imagined. Sometimes those choices are hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, or societal expectations even. We are so focused on the choices that we can see that we forget to consider what might be waiting just outside of our current perspective. So imagine you're standing in front of a door. All right. And beyond that door, you see two more doors, one marked yes and the other marked no. You might assume that those are your only two options, but what if there's a window just out of sight? What if there's a third door hidden behind the curtain once you get in there? What if instead of choosing between yes and no, you build your own door, your own path? And remember when we talked about Monday about the power of not choosing and how that's still a choice? You could just choose not to go through the door. You could choose to shut the door and go, I didn't see a door. How many of us have ever done that before? Um, so it's really important that we see that and understand that there could be so many more choices that we're not seeing right out of the gate. Our choices are not confined to what's immediately visible. They are dynamic, multifaceted, and often require us to think creatively and courageously. We'll talk more about courage on Friday. To find those hidden options, we must be willing to look beyond the obvious and challenge our own assumptions and to open ourselves to new ways of thinking. Now, someone mentioned on Monday about too many choices, that's overwhelming for them. So I wanted to touch on that really quickly. For some people, it's not the lack of choices that's overwhelming, but the abundance of them. Sometimes that's me, so I bring this up in a very loving space and tell you that has been my experience a lot of the times because I'm a very creative individual, which we also talked about on Monday. I feel like it's really easy for me to see beyond those two doors, to see the window, to see the hidden door, and even make up other doors that may not that may not exist, if I'm being frank. Okay, so I'm able to easily see those options, but sometimes when you're faced with a multitude of options, it can be easy to feel paralyzed and unsure of which path to take. And that's when we need to remind ourselves that not every choice needs to be made at once, right? It's okay to take a step back, breathe, evaluate what truly aligns with your values and goals, and and understand, like, again, no choice is a choice. And so that's sort of where we need to recognize, are we freezing? Do we need to be more efficient when making choices? What are some of the tools that we can use to help us evaluate the choices that we need to make? Do we need to meditate on it? Do we need to consult somebody else? Do we need to write them down? Do we need to, speaking of writing them down, brainstorm and get everything onto paper that's in our brain? Because a lot of times it comes from overwhelm, right? When feeling overwhelmed by the choices, try breaking them down into smaller, more manageable decisions. If going back to that example, if you're looking through and you see those two doors, maybe the first step is just walking through the door to see what else is available, right? Like, it doesn't have to be make this decision right now. And when you're under pressure, talking about the unseen choices, sometimes, there's that outside person, circumstance, whatever, that is like, yes, you have to make the decision right now, period, end of story. If you're in a car and you come to a stop sign, you kind of like, eventually cars are going to pile up behind you. You need to make a decision which way to go. And so that's when we can go into it being helpful to kind of shift your mindset a little bit, and just maybe even only leaning into gratitude. Sometimes that can help, and just going, I'm so thankful I have the ability to make a choice at all right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and go right. Right. So just breaking it down one thing at a time, focus on the choices that resonate the most with your heart. And remember that you don't have to have everything figured out at once. Sometimes making one small choice can lead to greater clarity about the next steps. The joy of choice is about knowing that we are not confined to a narrow path, that our life is not dictated by rigid binaries. It's about understanding that even in the most challenging situations, we have the power to create new possibilities. The joy of choice lies in realizing that our life is a canvas and we hold the brush. I know Brittany will appreciate that. Reference. So today I encourage you, your homework between now and Friday is to look beyond the black and white, to open your mind to the unseen options in your life. When you feel stuck, ask yourself, what haven't I considered here? What could be possible if I let go of my fears? What new choices could emerge if I allow myself to think outside the box? The power of choice is not just about the decisions we make, it's about the possibilities that we create. It's about expanding our vision to see what's hidden and what's waiting to be discovered. It's about realizing that life is rich with opportunities, even when they are not immediately visible. And if you're one of those people that gets overwhelmed by the abundance of choices, I encourage you, this is your specific homework between now and Friday, is to simply lean into gratitude in those moments. Thank you for the ability to have choices. Thank you for the ability to have choices. Lean into that. Coming up on Friday, we're going to talk about a little bit of that overwhelm as we go into the next part of this topic, but accepting all possibilities as an outcome is what we're going to talk about on Friday. Accepting all possibilities as an outcome. A lot of what holds us back when it comes to the power of choice is this worrying and anxiety and fear about the expectations that we have for the choices that we make, the outcome of whatever choices are going to be. Mandy touched on it briefly in the comments on and we talked about it for a minute on Monday about, as a parent, the choices that we make, doesn't just affect us. It affects our children, or who a lot of times our choices affect other people, and that can hold us back. So Friday, we'll talk about accepting all possibilities as an outcome, and we're going to lean into that fear on Friday for sure. So make sure you come back for that. All of that said, let me know what resonates most for you as we continue this conversation about the power of choice. And we'll be right back after this short break to celebrate birthdays and talk about what's happening in the Breakthrough Show community later today. We'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
On April 4th, I was 90 years old, grandson of slaves. My parents were first generation free. A long time ago, I embraced the definition of love. Love is the experience of well-being. And a friend is one who mutually shares that experience of well-being with you, which opens up almost infinite creative possibilities.
They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Wednesday, August 21st, 2024. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. So excited to be here with you today for another episode. I really hope you've been enjoying this series about the pillars of joy. Let me know in the comments. And I hope that you take this to heart. Take the homework to heart. Do the work, friends. Do the work. I'm excited to come back and talk with you guys more about that and finish up this little mini series here about the power of choice on Friday's episode at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, of course, here on the Breakthrough Show Network. We've got some birthdays to celebrate today, so let's do it.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, my friends. In the world of birthdays, by the way, yesterday we had another Breakthrough alum birthday. Cindy Trost, she's one of our Breakthrough Show Network OGs. She was on back season 1, long time ago. Cindy Trost, happy birthday to you. Also, yesterday was my upstairs neighbor, Melinda's birthday. So happy birthday to my neighbor. I hope you had an amazing day. Typically I will show out for people's birthdays, and I was going to do like a whole performance outside with singing and everything else, but I didn't know it was her birthday. So, but happy birthday, Melinda. In the world of celebrity, Jesse Rutherford, 33 years old today. He's from the band The Neighborhood. Do you guys know them? They sing the song Sweater Weather. I don't think they sing it like that in the song, but the song's called Sweater Weather. But we know in New England, that's not how we say it. It's sweater weather. Okay. Casey Musgraves, what is wrong with me, you guys? 36 years old, country singer, Casey Musgraves. Happy birthday. Actress Hayden Panettiere, 35 years old. I love her. She's so awesome. I love a lot of the movies she's done. My kids enjoyed her on Disney and whatnot. The amazing Kenny Rogers, who passed away in 2020, had a birthday today. I love some Kenny Rogers and such life lessons in the songs, like you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. So leaving a legacy here. Loretta Devine, an amazing actress, 75 years old today. You guys might know her from Grey's Anatomy and as well as many, many movies. She's an incredible actress, Loretta Devine. And also singer Khalees is 45 years old today, reminding us daily what happens when we make a milkshake and put it into the yard. You guys already know. You guys already know. So with that, let's get our birthday song on, everybody. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy Trost, Melinda, Jesse Rutherford, Casey Musgrave, Hayden Panettiere, Kenny Rogers, Loretta Devine, and Khalees with the milkshakes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all that are celebrating. Brittany, if you're not up after that Muppet energy, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I got a shout out to Brittany this morning because she was like, I'm excited. I'm excited but I'm tired. I'm tired. And so I was like, if I have to be up and forcing myself to drink this water, then you need to be up for Project Joy Life. So I'm very proud of Brittany this morning that she's still here at the end with the milkshake. With the milkshake this morning. Let me let you know what's happening the rest of the week. And I got a fun announcement here with the Breakthrough Show Network. All right. So coming up this afternoon, let me go to my handy dandy calendar. I do have some office hours this morning from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. I will be in and out of my office. My virtual office can be found at the Breakthrough Show Network.club. The Breakthrough Show Network.club. Under office spaces, you'll see my name, Jessica Dugas. You can come and hang out. Come check out my virtual office and visit and chat and hang out. We have virtual co-working happening this afternoon. Check-in is at 1:55 p.m. We work from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. together. If you've never been before, you can literally bring anything you have to do, anything at all, and we will help hold you accountable, and we will celebrate you when you get the shit done, okay? So you could bring housework, you could bring schoolwork, if you have a book to read, if you just need some extra accountability to take care of yourself. Okay, you can come and just bring yourself, and we will celebrate you for taking care of you. So come check in 1:55 p.m. Eastern time. We work from 2 to 4, like I said. Brittany's got some consultation hours, creative consultation hours this afternoon. You can find our calendar and all of the virtual spaces at the breakthroughshownetwork.club, the breakthroughshownetwork.club. In addition, I shared a link down in the comments for you guys. Right here, it's bit.ly/TBSN register. TBSN register. I am super excited to announce that we have so much, literally, the calendar is done to the end of the year. I am currently in the process today of getting all kinds of stuff added to the calendar through the remainder of 2024. And one of those things is Brittany Floyd from Sacred and Secrets, spiritual artist, my personal bestie. She is hosting a harnessing the energy of color workshop. I love how I almost combined two words there. Harnessing the energy of color workshop. Join Brittany for an immersive exploration of color therapy and harnessing the energy of color. This class will introduce you to the powerful effects of colors on our emotions and energy. You will learn about the significance of different colors, especially in relation to the chakras, and practice various color therapy techniques. By the end of the class, you will have the tools to harness the energy of colors for personal growth and healing. Students can attend the workshop for just $22. It's a 2-hour class, or you can also receive a certificate of completion with that for $33. So really exciting. All you need to bring, Brittany's going to provide you with a printed color sheet. You're going to get, you're going to bring with you a 24 pack of colors of any kind, crayons, markers, paint, pencils, and also bring your favorite fruit as a snack. And we're going to have some fun together, but there are 9 different parts in this workshop, jam-packed, and it's no-brainer, $22. So join us. Go to bit.ly/TBSN register and check that out, and make sure you get registered for that class. Let me give you the date. That would help, right? Wednesday, October 2nd at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Wednesday, October 2nd. Save the date, get your ticket, TBSN register at bit.ly/TBSNregister.com. Or not .com, just TBSN register. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about this morning. But yes, Harnagy, it's a real word. I am excited. Yes, there's snack time. You cannot have a workshop without snack time. Okay, you can't do it. So I hope you'll join us for that. Definitely check that out. We're going to have so much fun. What else do we have going on? Teresa is good, and that's going to be up on the registration page today. Teresa from Spirit Sessions is going to be hosting a several part class on neurographic art. Don't miss that either. Again, super affordable, and you're going to have really cool artwork that you could even gift to people come the holiday season. So it's perfect timing for that. That's also going to be starting in October. So keep an eye out. We have lots of amazing things happen. And by popular demand, I am even putting together a workshop having to do with scheduling and calendars, because y'all keep talking about it. And it's going to be fun. So keep an eye out for that as well. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I hope this has started your day out with that triple shot of good vibes that you need. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day, because you are the joy. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.